Hi everyone, I'm Bentley Little with Chattanooga State Media. With me is Tim Cofield, Director of the Parasol at the Chattanooga Film Festival. Tim, tell me a little bit about the Parasol.
Well, The Parasol is a story of a young actress in the 1920s who falls in love with the circus, but little does she know what's behind the curtain. It's a dark comedy, borderline on the edge of horror, complete with belly dancers and a lumberjack.
So now, I've seen the trailer for the film. It looks like it's very uniquely shot. Can you tell me about the production, how you chose to shoot it?
Sure. The Parasol was shot on Super 8 film. Maddie Waters, who's a Chattanooga native, asked me if I would like to shoot and direct this film that she wrote, which actually started from her just choreographing a belly dance piece, and then she wrote a story around the whole thing of characters set in the 1920s. And when she described the aesthetic, I told her I've always wanted to make like an old black and white Super 8 silent film, like Charlie Chaplin style, and maybe this is the perfect project to do it. And she liked that idea, so we ordered film and shot over 2 days on about 6 rolls, and it was a little scary because we didn't know if anything was turning out exposed right. We just kind of hoped, we used a light meter and hoped it worked out. But sent the film to California, got it developed and transferred, and came back and all looked pretty good. So it was like, yes, we made it.
Now, was this the first time that you shot on actual film stock? Have you shot digitally before? Have you shot with film before?
Yeah, I've shot a lot on digital and some on film, but this is my first short film on Super 8. Back in 2009, actor Dylan Kussman moved from LA to Chattanooga, and he wanted to make this web series called The Steps. Dylan was like on Dead Poet Society when he was a kid. He was like a child actor. And so he wrote this script, and he asked me if I'd shoot it, and we shot it and had did a Kickstarter campaign and showed it downtown like in 2009. And that got me really into filmmaking and storytelling, and so I've been shooting over the last 7 years, and always wanted to make a silent film, and now we got one, and it's in the Chattanooga Film Festival.
Now, what is it that inspired you to do a silent film? Was it just the old-time classics, or was it kind of the little bit of revival where we've had with movies like The Artist, kind of capturing that spirit?
So Maddie Waters, who wrote the film and also starred in it and danced in it, choreographed it, designed the costuming, she is very beautiful, but she doesn't like the sound of her voice, so she wanted to do a silent film because she loves cartoons. She was heavily inspired by Betty Boop and the films and cartoons of that genre, and drew from that, and we watched a bunch of things and got inspired, and all the characters are kind of based off those extreme, whether they're ridiculously overtly funny, or just silly, or just really evil. And there is a great deal of evil, as well as light-hearted comedy in the Parasol. Okay.
Now, you said earlier that when Maddie originally wrote it, she originally envisioned it almost as a music video. Just she choreographed a dance scene in it, and then it was drug out from there. Were you involved in that writing process, or was it entirely Maddie?
I was definitely not involved in the belly dance choreography. Maddie is from Chattanooga but lived in New York for 4 years and danced and choreographed and produced a lot of shows, vaudeville, burlesque, and belly dance of sorts. And she has an amazing network of friends who are also performers. So the performers in the Parasol are a friend of hers from Atlanta, a friend from New York, and then several from Chattanooga who all flew in and shot over the 2 days that we shot. So no, I was not involved in the choreography.
So now,
no belly rolls for me.
So the Parasol is now done. It's premiering here at the film festival. Do you have any new projects that you have in mind, or you're going to be sending this out to as many festivals as you can? what's the future for you?
The future. Well, the premiere of The Parasol is this weekend at the Chattanooga Film Festival 2016, and we are submitting it to several other festivals, but there's no plans for other screenings right now. We're hoping for a Tivoli screening in the future with a live organ score, but that has yet to be planned and nailed down.
Now, since it's a period piece, based in the 20s, music obviously plays a very big part in it. What can you tell me about the music for The Parasol?
The music was really tricky for The Parasol because we wanted a really old vintage sound and not just a synthetic old vintage sound. So we ended up using some music Maddie Waters found, but the last song, that's when the credits roll, you'll hear a cello start to play. That is a local talent. His name is Ben Van Winkle, and he's a young cellist, phenomenal artist and writer. And I met him only a week before we finished editing, and I said, Ben, will you come in and record something for this movie? And he came in and just improvised, and it was everyone in the room, we were like looking around, and it was, so I was really adamant about getting a Chattanooga musician or songwriter on the project in some way, and so Ben filled that void.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Again, Tim, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Everyone, that was Tim Cofield talking about The Parasol, which is premiering at the Chattanooga Film Festival. Thank you for your time. Stay tuned. We have more exciting interviews and coverage for the Chattanooga Film Festival. Thank you.